From John Curtis Christian School in River Ridge, Crescent City Sports is proud to bring you Louisiana High School playoff basketball. Tonight, it's a boys Division I select quarterfinal matchup as the top-seeded John Curtis Patriots welcome the number 9 seed, the Huntington Raiders from Shreveport. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan joined by my good and great friend, Coach Bill Gallagher. Quarterfinal matchup and a good one here in River Ridge. The John Curtis Christian Patriots, the number 1 seed in Select Division I, coming in with a record of 32-2. They've won 10 consecutive games, and they've just been that team all season long. And they're at home tonight. But the opposition is quite stiff. It's the Huntington Raiders with a record of 21-8, but a hot team that's won 5 in a row. And a team that got the attention of the Patriots by dispatching number 8 seed Jesuit in overtime in the regional round Tuesday night. Bill, great to have you with us, and great to be here in a really good setting for what should be a really good ball game.
Glad to be here tonight, a quarterfinal matchup. This is the game. This is the game that really gets you excited if you're a high school player, a high school coach. The quarterfinal game, because this gets you to the Final Four.
When you think about Patriots basketball, you think about interchangeable players, a lot of guys that can handle the ball, a lot of guys that can create their own shot. And that's certainly the case with this team this season. They have a host of good players that can do just that. Autrell Manning has been here for quite some time. Midnight Martin, the same one. Xavion Shepard's been really good for them all year long this season. Joey Walker Jr. is a budding superstar. Johnny Walker is all that. Again, interchangeable parts. Drew Tabbs comes in and gives them a big lift. This is a team that can hurt you in many ways.
Yeah, you know, earlier on in past years, it was Autrell, it was Manning. He was the go-to guy, and not that he isn't right now, but they've got so many other options that they can go to. Johnny Walker's averaging almost 12 points a game, almost 7 rebounds. And, they got him and Midnight Martin, one of the best names in the business. They just got a lot that they can go to.
Well, it's a team that comes out of District 9 5A, which produced the state champion last year in St. Augustine, who got knocked out earlier this week. This league still has Carr playing tonight in the quarterfinals against Captain Shreve, another Shreveport team, and John Curtis playing the Huntington Raiders. John Curtis under the direction of Pico Paris, former Curtis star in his second season as head coach. He's done an excellent job. He got this team to the semifinals a year ago, and they lost a heartbreaker to St. Thomas More in Lake Charles, falling just short of the goal. Of course, the Patriots did win a state championship in 2012, and they did it that year under the direction of Mike Kreitzer, who's here tonight. Good to see Mike earlier, and of course they won that game over Riverside Academy and Jimmy Bird's team and to win their lone state title. But they've been back to the finals recently, losing to Scotlandville in 2022 when Bill Lewitt was the coach here and lost to U-High in the final in 2015. So the Patriots are used to getting this far. Yeah,
Bill didn't leave the cupboard bare when he went back to the college game. He left Pico with a lot of good talent, and Pico has gotten some other kids to play ball for him, and so he had a good foundation to start with when he walked in.
The Huntington Raiders, the number 9 seed, as mentioned, they've won 5 straight. Speaking of great coaches, they got one of the true legendary coaches in Louisiana, Mac Jones. 37 years now as a head coach, 23rd year at Huntington. He's approaching 800 wins in his career. Bill, as a coach, you understand just how special that is.
Well, you don't know too much about Coach Jones down here, I guess below I-10, but if you get above I-10, Mac Jones is synonymous with successful basketball. 770 career wins. They've already named the basketball court at Huntington after him, and just 11 district titles. He's got what you call a program that he's in charge of.
Well, it's interesting because both teams lost to St. Thomas More in the playoffs last year. St. Thomas More beat Huntington in the quarterfinals 53-50, and then they beat Curtis in the semifinals 46-44. Similar type of results in that regard. The other interesting aspect of this matchup tonight is it mirrors what I saw in Hammond yesterday. The number 1 girls seed, John Curtis Christian Patriots, defeated the number 4 seed, the Huntington Lady Raiders, by 2 points, 44-42 in the semifinals. So it's part of ironic that you have 2 schools squaring off this deep into the playoffs, boys and girls.
And now the girls game, if I'm not mistaken, that was a repeat of last year's semifinal game.
Which was won by Huntington.
Yeah, so Curtis got a little bit of revenge there, and the boys tonight are hoping that they can feed off of that and advance one more step.
Talked about some of the Curtis players to watch. Tell us about the Huntington Raiders and what we're looking at here this evening.
Peyton Parker, a junior, 17 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Pretty much an all-round player right there. He's the go-to guy for them. McDonald is a senior, 11.5 points. Antonio Dixon, 13 points. Austin Turner, 10 points. So they've got a bunch of options also.
Well, that's what I think is really interesting about this game is these teams are similar in that they're athletic and they both spread the wealth. They've got 3 to 5 guys that can score double figures any night.
Right.
Whereas most teams kind of lean on 1 or 2 guys to do that.
Well, so it's going to come down to who can play the best team defense because you're not going to be able to concentrate on just one guy. You're going to have to cover all parts of the floor and play a good, solid team defensive effort. A lot of help defense, maybe taking some charges, getting somebody in foul trouble early. It's going to take something like that.
In the playoffs to this point, Huntington dismissed the number 24 seed, 74-27 at Shreveport in the opening round. Then they came to New Orleans last week and they won an absolute thriller in overtime at Tom and Gail Benson Arena, beat Jesuit 76-63. The score is not indicative because it was an overtime game, and they came from way back to win the game. Jesuit had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter.
14 points.
And the Raiders stormed back to tie it, send it to overtime, and won it. And they earned the trip right back to the New Orleans area the following week. Talk about that as a coach, how difficult it is to make 2 consecutive long trips like that.
It's a little difficult. I mean, it sounds like it's daunting, but really, I think you're so excited to still be playing at this point of the year that you kind of shove that into the background. And after all, what high school kid doesn't like a bus ride? In a big, nice, charter bus. So it's not like you're on a school bus with the windows down and it's hot. You're traveling okay. And besides, as I said, you're glad to be playing tonight. You're looking forward to another trip because you're still playing basketball and everybody else in the state is home.
The Patriots, of course, got a bye as the number 1 seed. And then last week got challenged and beat a good McDonough 35 team. A 16 seed, but probably better than that. It was an 82-70 win for the Patriots in an up-tempo game, kind of pace they'd like to play at.
Yeah, well, I think McDonough scheduled really hard this year, and maybe that's why they were only a 16 seed, not higher. And also remember, McDonough couldn't play their first game at home in the playoffs because of some kind of LHSAA ruling. They were not allowed to play a home game. They had to go on the road to win their first one. Came back to play Curtis, and I really thought they might have had a shot at Curtis, and it was a fairly close game, but the better team came out on top.
Pico Paris is mentioned back home. He was a great player at John Curtis. Then Hurricane Katrina hit.
That messed up a lot of people.
And his family moved. It happened. Well, I can think about a lot of players. DJ Augustine, Dwight Lewis. There were a whole bunch of those guys that were great players.
Yes.
That departed. Pico was one of those. He went on to play at Boston College and was quite good, and then, of course, played in Germany professionally. But he made his way home when the job opened up, when Bill Lewin went back to college, and J.T. Curtis made a very smart move to go back and get him. Speaking of J.T. Curtis, he's got the microphone right now. We're going to have a prayer, followed by playing of our national anthem. So let's listen in to J.T.
Gather ourselves together in freedom and in truth. Thank you for the ability to let these 2 teams compete, to show sportsmanship, but most of all to represent you in a manner that's worthy to call your children. We ask you that you would be with those that are in time of need, that you might comfort them, be with our soldiers as they go through the maneuvers of war, that you would keep them safe. We ask you especially to give safe travel home for the guests that are here tonight. Keep us all safe under your love and watch care. For we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
along with Bill Gallagher, Ken Trahan here from John Curtis Christian, the lower school gymnasium where they play. As we get you ready for this evening's action, we'll get the starting lineups. And then we'll get
the finest lower school gym I've ever been in.
Yeah, no kidding. People ask that question all the time. They use this gym. They have used it for quite some time now. They do have a school in the upper school, the high school, but it's not really suitable in terms of capacity or the floor that exists. And they invested in this facility, and they've done a really nice job with the floor.
Nice upgrades.
With the scoreboard, with the LED lighting, with the end zone seating.
More stands. Because I believe when it was before the renovation, it did not meet the qualifications for 5A playoff game, but it certainly does now.
Starters being introduced as we speak. For Huntington, Peyton Parker, J.D. McDonald, Austin Turner, Antonio Dixon, and LeCedric Allen will be the 5 starters. You get the hype video now for John Curtis on their video board, which they installed in. These are nice additions around the city. Rummel has one. Brother Martin's got a bit of a board like that.
Holy
Cross does. Jesuit has some animation. It's great to see these facilities with these boards now to provide some entertainment for the fans and to get the players hyped up. And by the way, they do pay attention. They like seeing themselves. It's all good.
Yeah, it has become a little bit more of a show than just the game.
Yeah. It's almost a necessity, right? I mean,
it really is. It really is.
Phenomenal. So there you go. There's the hype, and there's the jumping up and down, and they're ready to roll. And Patriots starting lineup will be introduced, then the LED lights will come back on, and then we'll have basketball played here in River Ridge. Good crowd is formed here tonight. As you might imagine, for a state quarterfinal game, the winner goes to Lake Charles next week in Burton Coliseum to play in the semifinals. Patriots starters are being introduced with the lights flickering. They include Artrell Manning along with Marlon Johnson. And the other starters will include Xavion Shepard, been outstanding for this team again this year. Also Midnight Martin, and we expect that Johnny Walker will be the 5th, and he will be, so Walker will be the last player introduced. And those will be the starters for the John Curtis Patriots here this evening. Lights pop back on, and we're just about ready for basketball to be played here in River Ridge. State quarterfinals, select Division I. John Curtis only lost 2 games this year. One to Zachary, the number 1 overall seed in non-select one, and the other to Jesuit by a point. So common opponent between these two schools. Jumping center for Huntington will be Antonio Dixon. Johnny Walker for John Curtis. It's 6'5" against about 6'3.5", 6'4". Get this started. Raiders in their navy blue uniforms, white numerals. Patriots in their white home jerseys with royal blue numerals trimmed in red. Ready to go. Ken Trahan, Bill Gallagher from John Curtis Christian School. Ball in the air. Tap goes to Curtis. We're underway. This is Artrell Manning crossing the timeline. Huntington will open man-to-man and pressure defense out top by McDonald. Manning goes high post to Martin. On a handoff out top now, he gets it to Johnson. Johnson to Shepard. Shepard to the free throw line. He'll jump it up from 15 and miss it. And the rebound is controlled by Huntington, and that's Antonio Dixon. Will set them the first time down. Patriots open man-to-man defensively as well. This is J.D. McDonald. McDonald off the dribble with a bounce pass out high to Austin Turner. Turner gets it now to Peyton Parker. Parker, their leading scorer. Here's a pass down low on the block. Reverse it, knocked it away, but it's retrieved by Turner. Turner penetrates, and now we're going to whistle the travel against Huntington, the first turnover of the game.
Both teams coming out really strong, running the ball, pushing the action. Similar offensive sets on both sides so far. A lot of handoffs.
Both teams with pressure man-to-man defense. Walker out high, guarded closely. You have to guard him out there. He can't put it on the floor, but he throws this away and a turnover. Steal by Dixon. So a turnover each way thus far. That banks in for Cedric Gallen. Huntington draws first blood. Didn't call it, but it pays off.
No, it still counts. Ball screen, pick and roll, not open.
Open shooter for three, that's off. And the rebound control, one shot, and that's all for Curtis thus far. Turner, the rebound.
Turner's done a good job so far. He gets up really high.
Keeps the dribble alive and draws the foul. 2 shots coming on the penetration by McDonald. Foul's going to go against Walker, his first. And the first team foul for the Patriots, which will send J.D. McDonald to the line. As mentioned, McDonald, good player, averaging 11.5 a game. He's a senior leader for this team.
J.D. McDonald at the line, shooting 2.
Perfect. I always talk about important to get off to good starts. That's especially true if you're the road team and an underdog.
Yeah, you really want to get off to that good start. Like, get off the bus and let's start playing.
Got them both. Look good doing so, and it's 4-0 Raiders on top.
Real tight defense.
Manning still gets it to Walker, knocked away, but they're going to call a foul.
Got a foul.
Great penetration by Autrell Manning. That's going to work against Peyton Parker, his first, before the shot, as you alluded to. Inbounding from underneath the basket. Johnson on a curl, he's open.
And he got fouled, I believe.
And a chance for the three-point play. Great inbounds pass. Johnson the assist on the inbounds pass.
Manning right off of the screen, took the inbound pass, high off the ground with his jump, and got fouled.
Manning way off. And the rebound controlled by Dixon, his second board. It's a 4-2 ball game here. Playing with 5:55 to play in the first quarter. Beautifully done. Turner for three, the assist by McDonald, and a 7-2 lead for Huntington.
They came off the bus ready to play.
Got here early. They were shooting around 2 hours before the game. For three, and an answer, no. Get an offensive rebound for the first time, and the second's no good.
Curtis way off on their shots so far. They look like they're a little bit, little case of the nerves on their part.
Raiders by 5. Nice move. Post him up, slam it home, Dixon.
Dixon just sealed him. Got a nice inbound, a nice pass inside the paint there, and just put a great move on to score the bucket.
Great start for the Raiders. Dribble penetration, missed the shot. Dixon the other way. Great pass. Put it up short. Put back in. And the offensive rebound, it is Dixon. His fourth board, he slams it home, and it's a 9-point lead for Huntington. What a start.
A real slap in the face here to Curtis, starting off this game this way.
Walker fumbles, recovers. Really impressed with Huntington's defense early on.
They're very pressurized defense. They run the floor well. They jump well.
And another shot off the mark. Curtis just ice cold. And Allen rebounds. Not a bad look.
No, but Curtis has now gone half the quarter without making a shot.
4:10 to play in the first, a 9-point Huntington lead. And they look comfortable running their offense as well. Pull up off the bounce, not the shot they wanted necessarily, and the rebound control by Manning. Great pass. Walker can't finish, again, but the putback is there. They ran the floor, and I think Curtis needs to get out in transition. And Coach Barris is going to substitute shortly. Here's a 2-on-1. Great diagonal pass. Dixon scores, great pass. Allen, transition bucket, 9-point lead. Offensive foul on Walker.
That's
Great
his second
defense.
foul.
And Walker's got 2 and probably has to come out.
Whole slew of substitutions coming in for the
4
Patriots.
substitutions at one time. Hayden Joseph's in the game. Hugh Tabbs has entered the game. They do have depth. Torrey Walker Jr., a young star for them, is in as well. And so is Chance Foster guarding the ball right now. 13-4 Raiders on top. Great defense, forced a turnover. He just came in the game.
Yeah.
And I talked about depth. They've got that.
Well, that's a great substitution right there, and a great job. Great job by Foster to come in and to make something happen the first chance he gets.
Manning guarded tightly by McDonald. Finds an open shooter. Still can't hit.
Yeah, they've got to come up with something offensively.
Just ice cold. Here's a long three off the bounce. No. Manning is second board. Huntington's back defensively. Restart the offense under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Huntington's done a good job scoring off their offense.
Manning got there, but he missed badly. And then the rebound control by Turner, his fourth.
Huntington's had a couple of possessions where they just thrown up some awkward shots.
Backs him down and scores, and Dixon has been the star of this game. 15-4. He's got 8 points, 4 rebounds. And too much to handle down low. And you don't have Walker's size to combat him right now. Knocked away, stolen. Here's a breakaway. And a layup.
Now finally a timeout.
Allen scores. Huntington 17. John Curtis 4 with 2:13 to play in the first quarter. And the fans here are in shock.
Look across the floor right there, and no one, they are in literal shock down there. But you know who isn't right now? I've been looking at him out of the corner of my eye. Biko Paris is as cool as a cucumber. He has not gotten shook up or anything during this whole run right here. He's keeping his cool. So if they're a well-coached team, I'm not saying they're not, I'm saying they are, they're going to get themselves back in here because his team is going to follow his lead and keep their cool. They just got to hit some shots on offense.
Well, they're known for being able to shoot the ball from the perimeter, but they have not hit one shot yet. The only basket was a putback.
They put back, yeah. They have not hit anything inside out, and the misses are bad misses, too.
And they can't let this get away too much more than this against a quality team. 13-point lead for Huntington. It is early.
The further you get into the playoffs, the harder it is to come back from a big deficit.
Off the dribble, and he was fouled. They're going to count the basket. And a chance for the three-point play off the outstanding dribble penetration. The foul's going to work against LeCedric Allen. His first at the free throw line is Drew Tabbs with a chance for the three-point play. Tabbs has been an igniter off the bench all season long for the Patriots. As mentioned, they've got depth.
Tabbs and Foster right now off the bench are trying their best to get the Patriots back in this.
Got the roll.
Three-point play, that's crucial.
Cut the deficit to 10 with under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Curtis has got to have an answer for Dixon, though. They've got to be able to neutralize him.
And before the shot, he got there, but drew the foul. That's going to be on Manning. So Manning commits his first. And on Manning and McDonald, that's been a good matchup on both ends of the floor. Antonio Williams has checked in. He's got the ball for the Raiders. Good defense here. They're going to say over and back. Great pressure defense, and once again, that's Chance Foster. He's come in and forced 2 turnovers.
Yeah, the question there is, did Chance touch the ball? Obviously not. Apparently not. So it's a backcourt violation.
Great job by Foster with this pressure defense since he's entered the game. Patriots trying to reduce this to a single-digit deficit here. Manning looking for the high pick, had it knocked away, got it back, and now stolen. And here's a breakaway, easy layup coming, and it's in. Antonio Williams off the steal, converts, and the lead goes to 12 again. Spin move, nothing there.
Really good defense, especially inside.
Knocked away from behind, but a foul called on the reach in. That's going to go against Williams, his first. And the substitution will get Midnight Martin back in, replacing Manning at the 106 mark. 19-7 Huntington on top. In rhythm, in and out. Tough break. Nice offensive board, but it's blocked away and taken away. And a foul on the other end. And a block by Dixon. That's going to work against Foster, his first. Well, Antonio Dixon is just imposing his will in this game for Huntington. He's been some good.
They just dominated every part of the game so far. Offensively, defensively, running the floor, the boards.
And here's Peyton Parker, their leading scorer. He hadn't scored yet. He has now with his first point of the game. It's pretty good when your leading scorer hasn't scored and you're up 13
you're
on
up
the road
13 points.
Against the number one seed.
Yeah, it bodes well.
Parker with the second coming.
But there's a lot of game left.
Splits a pair. Rebound control by Walker. 13-point lead for Huntington. Under a minute to play. Wide open three. They can't hit anything. The rebound Dixon. He's already got 5 boards. And they can play for one shot if they'd like here. And that's what Coach Jones is calling for, it appears. Knocked away. Guess who? Foster. Huntington will keep it, but Foster is playing some hellacious defense.
I don't like, especially when you've jumped out to a big lead like this and you're really controlling the game. I don't like holding for one shot. It's so difficult to do that. And it takes you out of your rhythm that's gotten you this 13-point lead.
Foster in backcourt is going to commit a foul. He is over.
That's his second foul.
Foster has collected his second, so Patriots have 2 players with 2 in the first quarter, which is an issue.
Yeah, that depth will definitely be tested now.
And his defense has been so important.
That's going to put them at the line.
That is the 5th. Yes, it is. Team foul.
2 on Foster. 2 on Walker.
Yep. J.D. McDonald, 2 for 2 at the line, will return there. Trying to build on a 13-point lead. The biggest lead thus far is about to be increased, it would appear. Soft touch, 3 for 3.
Huntington with some subs, get their guys 14 seconds extra rest.
Allen back in. And Caden Starks has checked in for the first time.
And if I'm Huntington on a made here or even on a miss, I'm pressuring all the way, making Curtis use up more of the clock.
Rolls that one in as well. He's 4 of 4, and it's a 15-point lead.
They're going to pick him up about half court.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Great pressure defense for a foul. That's a bailout of sorts, and that's going to be free throws.
That sure is.
Because that's the 5th team foul, and the foul goes against Allen, and that's his second. First player with 2 for Huntington. So that's going to be free throws coming for Drew Tabbs, who's been good off the bench with 3 points and a chance to add to that total and cut into this deficit. Oh, Curtis has just not shot the ball well at all.
Bad misses at the line, in the paint, beyond the arc, just some bad misses.
Got that one. And it's 22-8. From behind midcourt, off the backboard, and the first quarter ends. Huntington commanding this quarter by a 22-8 margin over John Curtis. And what a quarter for Antonio Dixon, Bill. 8 points, 5 rebounds, a block, a steal, and an assist.
He's all over the place, and I tell you what, he's sky high for those rebounds, and he's just controlling the game right now.
Crazy. I mean, he's been dynamite for the Raiders. J.D. McDonald with 4 points. The Cedric Allen with 4. He's got 2 fouls. Antonio Williams with 2, and Peyton Parker with 1. It's Drew Tabbs with 4 off the bench for Curtis, 2 for Xavion Shepard, 2 for Autrell Manning. And tonight's coverage on Crescent City Sports is brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex, including Lamarck Crescent City Ford, the Commercial Vehicle Center at 6121 Jefferson Highway in Harahan. Lamarck Crescent City Ford. We got a truck for that.
Yeah, Curtis has really got their back against the wall right now, down by 14 points. A couple of players, big players, in foul trouble already, and they're going to have to really pressure the ball and make Huntington come up with some empty turnovers in order to get back in this. And it's going to be difficult with the guys having 2 fouls. And they're both now Walker's in the game. Foster's taking a break.
Pressure in backcourt.
And you got to pressure the ball. You got to make something happen here.
Shepard on McDonald. It's the high pick. Walker jumps out on him, but he gets rid of it nicely. Finds the open shooter. And a strong rebound here by Tabbs. Tabbs. Walker.
Walker's got to get
nice
involved.
Up and under move. Beautiful move. And he missed it. And he puts it back, and that's blocked. And as Curtis will get another chance. For 3. Bam! They finally hit one. And it's Drew Tabbs who hits it. So Tabbs has been huge off the bench. He's got 7. It's 22-11. Long 3 ball. No. It's up and over, and the Patriots get it back. Let's see if that 3 ball can get Curtis going.
Yeah, Tabbs was really behind that line on that shot right there, behind the arc. One of the better shots, however, as far as how it went into the goal that Curtis has had so far tonight. And then Huntington comes down and helps Curtis out, throwing up a shot like that. Huntington, if you're Huntington, you don't need to do that right now. You don't need to match the 3s for 3s.
11-point deficit for the Patriots as we hit the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. Martin.
Tabbs look.
Manning. Blocked again and taken away beautifully by Turner.
That's a handful of blocks that Huntington's had tonight, too.
Got 3 of those. Up and under move, no. Walker blocked out, draws the foul. Foul's going to go against Pouncey, his first. As Walker blocked out nicely there. They need to get Walker going. They need to get Manning going. They need to get going, period. 22-11 at the 6:30 mark.
Well, a chance to get it underneath 10. Little push off, he got away with it.
They're going to call the foul on the floor against McDonald. McDonald's played good position defense against Manning.
Yes, he has. I thought Manning pushed off a little bit there, but they're letting him play a little bit tonight.
Off the inbounds pass, that's way off. Turner controls it. Curtis is going to have to shoot it better. They want to win this game.
No question about that. No question.
They're getting looks from beyond the arc,
yes,
not hitting. They're not getting anything
real
inside.
Good looks, but they're just not even coming close right now.
And getting nothing inside. Nice cut. McDonald scores. He's got 6, and it's 24-11.
Curtis is trying a trap at the top of the key, but it's leaving somebody open underneath.
Nice penetration by Manning, and he missed it, but he's blocked, and he'll shoot 2. Well, they've had some opportunities near the rim. They have not finished. This foul's going to work against Williams. That's his second. Manning will shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 from the line. Marlon Johnson waiting to check back in for John Curtis. Here's Manning. And now he's 0 for 2. Just ice cold shooting in this game by the Patriots. Johnson back in. Tabbs comes out. Tabbs has been best player for Curtis.
He's almost doubled his season average tonight.
That's not close.
2 bad misses.
Williams the rebound. 13-point lead with the ball. Got a little loose with it, but maintains possession. Gets it to Williams. Both teams have been man-to-man from the start here. Timeout called by Coach Jones. One of the 5-second call. Biko Parrish didn't get it. He's still barking. With 5:24 to play in the half, a timeout for Huntington. It's 24-11. The Raiders on top. Yeah, the winner gets the winner between another really good game between St. Thomas More and Catholic. 12th seed Catholic, the 4th seed St. Thomas More.
Catholic with an upset on Tuesday night themselves.
Always good. And of course, St. Thomas More Hall of Fame coach Danny Broussard always has a team that's a threat to win it. Lost in the title game a year ago to St. Augustine.
You know, I know we're enmeshed in basketball down here and everything, but you've got some really outstanding coaches and programs all through the state. I mean, we don't hear so much about Huntington, Tioga that beat Brother Martin the other night, Captain Shreve, those guys up south, up north. Down here, just some excellent programs all across.
Manning all over this. That's going to be over and back. Another turnover for Huntington, so the pressure defense helps. Well, the Curtis defensive pressure has been pretty good. They just haven't been able to do much of anything.
They can't convert it, right? They can't convert it. And I think Coach Jones he's got a legitimate gripe here. I mean, they were both grabbing for the ball.
If the ball was touched by the opponent before midcourt,
yeah,
it's not a backcourt
and they were both grappling for it. Discretion goes to the official, and what he sees, he's certainly got a better angle at it than we do. But high post ball screen.
Manning all the way, beautiful move.
Nice little hesitation, whether it was on his part or on Huntington's part, but it worked.
Well, he kept the dribble alive, and now we get a walking violation, so the pressure pays off.
This is what I said that Curtis was going to have to do. Despite the foul trouble, they were going to have to keep the pressure going.
Torrey Walker back in. Johnny Walker comes out for the Patriots. Torrey Walker Jr., that's a familiar name, Torrey Walker.
Yes, it is. That's true.
Father was brilliant. Here's Manning behind the back, almost lost it, and then he gets grabbed and fouled. Unfortunate foul, but a foul by Allen, and that's his 3rd foul. So LeCedric Allen's picked up number 3. That's a big item. You know the Patriots have depth. The question about Huntington is
we don't know about that. Yeah. That's right.
Jordan Wilson will check in at the 4:55 mark.
And that's 4 fouls this quarter already on Huntington.
And when you're playing with 2 fouls in the second quarter, you've got to be a little bit more, what's the right word, careful than that. Dribble drive, kick for 3.
There you go.
Off the bench, Torrey Walker converts off the dribble penetration by Shepard.
Yeah, nice pass, nice penetration, nice pass.
Off the bounce.
He bounced it in.
That's the second time they banked in a shot. You know it's your night when that's happening. And it's a 10-point lead. Walker fakes, and he has it stripped away and stolen. Coming the other way. Layup is good.
And just like that, you see how easily it turns. Back to 12 points.
Pace is picked up significantly. Manning with a long 3. Yep.
Oh, that's a long shot.
They're starting to heat up, aren't they?
That's
Things are starting to heat up here. It's a 9-point
That's
game.
the second timeout for Huntington.
Timeout Raiders. 4:03 to play in the half. Well, Coach Jones senses a bit of momentum here. John Curtis is too good a shooting team to be as cold as they were for that long.
They're in their own gym. Of course it was going to come around. It was just a question of, how far out of it were they going to be when it happened, okay? It's certainly within striking distance right now. And that's an excellent timeout that Coach Jones calls right there. He sees the momentum shifting. The fouls are in a bad shape, for him. They've committed a couple of costly turnovers. And, you call a timeout here to calm your troops down and get them back to what they were doing at the outset of this game. And Curtis is just going along with Pico Paris and his cool, calm demeanor, and they've gotten themselves back in the game.
9-point deficit for John Curtis. Back on the floor we come. Patriots have forced a couple of turnovers recently. 5 now for Huntington, 5 for Curtis in the game. Captain Shreve leading Carr 18-11 after one quarter.
Playoff basketball.
Got an update on that game. I'll get you in a moment. Here's Parker. McDonald. They feed the post. Dixon's been tough, but they double him. That creates an opening. No. No over the back there. Thought that might be called, and it wasn't. And they maintain the possession.
And they keep possession, right.
And Tabbs returns for Curtis. Johnson leaves. Now they doubled down on Dixon that time, created the open shot. Carr has rallied to take a 4-point lead, 34-30 after 3 quarters. Just got that update over Captain Shreve. Cougars trying to get to Lake Charles. Dribble penetration and one. Walker fouled him. What a job. Strong off the dribble. Parker. He'll go to the line. Off the foul by Torrey Walker and a chance for the 3-point play. Good timeout by Mac Jones. And
that really was.
Pays dividend.
It really was. He hasn't coached 37 years and not picked up a couple of things, has he?
Parker with a chance for the 3-point play. He's got 5 points in the game and now has 6, and the lead is back to 12. Really good working margin here for the Raiders with 3:20 to play in the half. Open 3 from the corner. Rebound controlled. Williams. Raiders have been in command from the start. Have never trailed. Nice dribble penetration. Got there. Can't finish. Tabbs gets the board. Nice kick for the open look, Manning. Martin the assist. Manning puts in his second triple. He's heated up. He's got 10, and it's 31-22. And there's a riding foul. Going to have to call that. Manning commits it. That's his second. Again, you don't want to foul 45 feet away.
Okay.
Especially to get your second foul.
It's really hard to turn it on and turn it off. You're playing aggressive. It's just so hard to turn it off at any level.
9-point lead for the Raiders with the ball in front court. A lot of foul issues here to look at on both sides. Nice pass to Dixon. Up and under. He's blocked. What a block by Martin. Cleared by Walker.
Big
Another
shot
3.
here.
No. Offensive rebound.
Puts it up again. Overshoots.
Great pass. Can't finish. Boy, the pace is picked up. Manning. He's going to pull up for 3. Good look. In and out. Tough break. Boy, they've had a couple that have gone down and come out.
And come back out.
And it's their rims, but not happening.
They still haven't gotten into a really long rhythm here.
Well, they haven't had a run.
They have not had a run.
Did have a 5-0 run to make it 24-16. That's been the biggest run. It's a 9-point lead.
Yeah.
2 minutes to play in the half.
You make a 5-0 lead just to cut it under 10. That's not enough, obviously.
Pull-up jumper. That's tough. Rebound to Curtis. To Martin, his third. Smart to reset. Manning's been hot. And he'll pull up here. Not that time. On the floor, picked up. That's Dixon again. Another board for him. Nice pass for the layup. Williams scores off the assist from Parker. And the lead is back to 11. It's all from the perimeter for Curtis. And for the most part, hasn't been good enough at this point. Whereas Huntington's got some shots down low. Pull up, short.
Oh.
Williams. Double team taken away.
Nice take. Oh, whoa.
Jump ball called. Alternating possession goes to Curtis. So here come wholesale substitutions for the Patriots. They're substituting everybody.
The posse.
Yep. 51.7 seconds left. That's turnover number 6 for Huntington. 33-22. Huntington, if you're John Curtis, Bill, the goal here is to get this to single digits, right?
Well, yeah. You want to. Now I think you may want to hold it for one shot. Because, you're not going to go on a big run with 50 seconds left. So you may as well go out with something positive and maybe hit the last shot.
45 seconds to play in the half.
Looks
Raiders
like that might be
11.
what they're doing.
Terrible pass.
Gosh.
What a forced pass that was. And now traveling. What a break. Turnover each way. What a break for the Patriots.
Wow.
Just a forced pass.
Yeah.
Nothing
Try
there.
to force it in the middle. I mean, unless you're wide open on that and he's got an open shot, you don't throw that. It's just...
And they're playing zone now. First time. Well, that's a tough shot to take, and too soon, I might add.
Yes.
And Dixon controls his 7th board. Now Huntington on the run. Knocked away, stolen. Wow. Another turnover. Walker gives it off, and a miss. Wow. Keep the possession alive. Manning in and out again.
Wow, nothing going right for Curtis. Got to get a shot up.
He's there. He scores at the buzzer. McDowell with his 10-point, 13-point lead for Huntington at the break. 35-22. Huntington on top. And, Bill, they've just controlled play here from the start, haven't they?
They certainly have, and from the get-go. The first run of the game belonged to Huntington, and they just kept coming. They took a couple of punches from Curtis, trying to get back in the game, but they just came back with punches of their own.
Just an impressive half of basketball for Huntington. To lead at 35-22 at the break, the Raiders have never trailed. They jumped out to an 11-2 lead, and they really maintained that margin most of the way.
It got to 8, and that's about it. Once or twice, I believe.
Yeah, 24-16. They got it, too. That's the closest.
And that took a 5-0 run by Curtis to get it even that close.
That's right. Yeah, that's the closest the Patriots got. They got it to 31-22, but then Huntington scored the final 4 points of the half to lead at 35-22. And again, the Curtis offense has been perimeter by and large, and Manning has a pair of threes. Tabbs has one, and Walker has one. So they got 4 threes, but that's it. They're getting nothing.
Well, nothing
in the
in,
paint,
nothing inside. Nothing inside. But they have one putback that I can remember, and that might be all they have from in the paint.
They got one basket on a drive by Manning to the basket. That was it. So they got two baskets down low in the entire first half.
So they have. Now one thing I noticed when they walked into the locker room, very calm and collected. Very calm and collected, the whole team. So, on one hand, they haven't been in this position at all this year, down by double digits at half, I don't believe. So that's, foreign territory. But they're not the number 1 seed without a good reason, okay? They got another half to go. And another thing I think Curtis has going for him is that they've been substituting a lot more than Huntington has. We talked about that, about what kind of depth does Huntington have. They played their 5-6 guys most of the first half, while Curtis, at one point they subbed 5 new guys in the game. So that could be a factor later on in the game. But you got to get it back in the game before that becomes a factor.
Well, it's been a goal just to get it to single digits, and that's been a real issue. And they've gotten it there a couple of times, but they've never threatened in this game.
You preach. You can't go in and draw up a new offense or a new defense at this point in the season. That's preposterous. You go with what got you here. But what you can do is emphasize that it's one possession at a time on each end of the court. You get a stop, you score. You get a stop, you score. You do that twice, and you've cut it underneath 10. If you can get it inside 9 or 10 at the end of the quarter, then being at home and having the crowd going with you, then, that's a different scenario. But you got to get there. You got to start hitting some shots.
The first 4 minutes of the third quarter are going to, I don't want to say decide the game, but they're going to tell a lot about whether or not John Curtis actually has a chance to win this game, because Huntington has really done the job across the board. And I'll give you some figures coming up here, but again, they've been better inside. It's that simple.
Dixon has been a monster on the boards.
Rebounds are actually even at 17. It doesn't seem that way, but it is true. But you mentioned Dixon.
Well, not. I don't think there have been too many second chance points on either end of the floor so far tonight.
Dixon has 8.6 rebounds in the game, but Austin Turner has 7 rebounds to go with 3 points. J.D. McDonald, 10 points, a couple of rebounds. Peyton Parker, 6 points. With Cedric Allen, 4 points. He's got 3 fouls, though. Antonio Williams, 4 points, 3 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals.
And, the thing about Huntington right now is, they've got this big lead here, and Peyton Parker averaging 17 points a game. He really hasn't.
Well, he's got 6, so he's been involved.
Yeah, but it's been a quiet 6.
Scored 5 in the second quarter, so came on a bit. Artrell Manning.
Yeah, he's got I think 3 of his points are from the free throw line. So it's but Curtis has still got to come out. Your shots aren't falling. You still got to play defense. If you let your offense or your lack of offense, it's the same thing in baseball. If the hitter's not hitting, you preach to him. You can't take that out on the field. You got to still play defense in the field. Same thing out here in basketball. You're not hitting your shots. Well, son, go make something happen on the defensive end.
Manning struggled in the first quarter, but he scored 8 in the second quarter. Artrell Manning, he's got 10 points, 4 rebounds in the game to lead Curtis. Drew Tabbs off the bench with 7 points and a couple of rebounds. Torrey Walker Jr. off the bench with 3 points and 2 points for Xavion Shepard. They just haven't gotten much out of guys they expect to, like Johnson and Martin and Walker. They just haven't gotten anything going in this game thus far for the Patriots, and they need them in a big way. Their bench guys came in and turned up the intensity defensively, Foster in particular, but their offense has just not been there thus far. Again, the winner plays the winner of St. Thomas More and Catholic High in Lake Charles. And, of course, we'll have coverage, as always, at CrescentCitySports.com from Lake Charles. The other side of the bracket, it's the 11th seed Carr leading the 14th Captain Tree, 34-30 start of the fourth quarter. And then the other matchup is the Central Louisiana battle between rivals Alexandria, the 2 seed, and Tioga, the 7th seed, to get to Lake Charles. Of course, got a lot of other area teams in action tonight.
I noticed on the LHSAA site there was not a site or a time on the Tioga Alexandria game, so I don't know.
Well, Alexandria's at home.
I know they're big rivals right across the river from each other. So.
Alexandria's at home. Probably 7 o'clock. They're at home. So sometimes the teams travel. They schedule at different times. The Division II going on right now. The 1 seed Madison Prep against the number 8 defending state champ Archbishop Hannon. John F. Kennedy, the 6th seed, playing at number 3 Washington Marion tonight. Cougars off of that win over Shaw, which we had at Crescent City Sports, which was a terrific ball game. Talking about the Select Division 3 side of things. And then, of course, in Select 3, De La Salle, the 4 seed, tonight at home against Lafayette Renaissance. And Country Day, the 3 seed, at home against St. Louis Catholic. Just telling you about the area teams that are in action tonight. Of course, the finals will start rolling in next hour on these particular games, and we'll have recaps at CrescentCitySports.com for you tonight and tomorrow morning. That's a given with those games. So, again, here, 35-22, Huntington at the half. You mentioned they look pretty calm going in. Coach Parrish got heated one time about a call on the floor, but other than that, he's kept his composure. Maybe the team feeds off of that. Maybe you want a little venom, whatever the case may be. They need to come out strong here to start this third quarter.
A well-coached team is a reflection of their coach.
No question about that. So we'll see what the Patriots have coming out. Raiders just want to continue to do what they're doing. I mean, this is obviously a good team and a well-coached team from Huntington. No question that that's the case. By the way, in Select 4, Central Catholic's going to Lake Charles. They beat Westminster Christian Lafayette tonight, 52-35. That game's already in the books. St. Martin's Episcopal is at home tonight against Delhi Charter. The Saints are the 2 seed there. So hoping that the Saints can get there under Coach Odom, great coach. They do an outstanding job. And they were excited about the opportunity tonight, having been in touch over there today. 35-22 at the half. Of course, you got this non-select one. North Shore's got the unenviable task tonight at Zachary, the 1 seed.
North Shore is down 29-24 at halftime.
Boy, playing well.
So that's
Josh Garland's team is playing very well against probably the best team in the state in any class. Zachary's been that. As mentioned, they beat Curtis by 10. Everybody I've spoken to tells me how good Zachary is. And North Shore is playing them tough tonight on the road. So we'll see if the Panthers can somehow find their way to a major upset on the road there. We'll see. Bruley, the 3 seed, has beaten the 11 Sterlington 68-44 in non-select 2. So the Bruley Panthers are going to Lake Charles. They've earned their spot. Some of these games started at 6, so they ended already. Marksville, the 1, beat the number 8 French Settlement 62-37. And Mamou, the 5, beat the 4 seed Doyle 65-54 in non-select 3 tonight. Keeping you posted on what's happened already. Games involving teams from our area. That's pretty much the extent of it. So we're ready to start the second half here. 35-22 the lead for the Raiders over the Patriots, and it will be Raiders ball. Going left to right. You're watching.
They got a little delay, little water or something on the floor. Yeah, he's calling the teams back.
Somebody must have
some kind of a spill or something.
Had to be a spill.
Yeah.
So they were ready to go, and now they're not. And got 2 towel merchants taking care of business now. Were you ever a towel merchant?
Yes, I was.
You were.
When I was a freshman in high school for St. Aloysius, yes. And we made it to the Final Four. Not because of my towel, but
it's always fun to see who's at these games. I see the Rummel Center sitting across the way watching.
Well, you know, nowadays these kids all know each other.
Yeah.
And not just that, you know, they're friends with each other.
Sure.
They probably went to, school together somewhere down the line. Same playground.
So now we're ready to go. Raiders will bring it in.
Trying to get their hands off of each other.
And we're ready to go. Reset it for you. This is J.D. McDonald. Boy, pressure defense. He got it to Turner. Diagonal pass knocked away out of bounds, but it will stay with the Raiders. Knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Well, your pressure defense, backdoor could be there like we saw there, but a good job by Johnson to get his hand on it.
Yeah, you get that penetration and you make those guys come up from the blocks, and that back door is open.
Allen playing with 3 fouls. Off the dribble handoff. This is Parker. Guarded by Walker, out high. Now they switch off, try to trap, does Curtis. Raiders reverse it very nicely.
Huntington taking their time, which, you know, this is a good thing there. They're still trying to attack, but they're not forcing anything.
No.
Might want to call a timeout there.
Especially on the road. Skip pass, they got away with it. Missed the shot, but the long rebound goes out of bounds to Huntington. So they've already eaten up 43 seconds and will keep possession here. Trying to shorten the game here.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to pull the ball out and hold it. But you want to look to attack. You want to look to score. But you're not going to just throw up something. Now you've established yourself with a 13-point lead.
Backing him down. Ball's loose again. Boy, Huntington's getting all the loose balls. Forced up block
they
by
are letting
Walker.
him play.
Walker blocked it, and now it's lost out of bounds. That'll be Curtis's ball. Good block by Johnny Walker.
They let him play down there underneath that goal.
So the Patriots get a stop. Now they have to convert and convert a lot. And Huntington's going zone.
Screen.
Good pass to Walker. He has it blocked away, got it back, put it back up, and score it. So Walker stays with it. He's got his first points of the game. The lead is down to 11.
Might have taken him 3 shots to do it, but he got it done.
There's a trap
at the half court.
And a timeout call.
Huntington. That's their 3rd timeout.
They have used 3, and there's 6:33 to play in the 3rd. And it's 35-24. Huntington. Patriots have come out pressuring the ball.
Walker did this in the first half a couple of times. He came up high and doubled the ball on the ball handler. This time he did it in the backcourt, caught him in the corner, and forced him to call a timeout. So they're still keeping that pressure defense, even though they may be in some sort of foul trouble. You don't have to steal the ball when you trap like that. You don't have to steal the ball. Make them use a timeout. Get a 5-second or a 10-second count. So you can still, with your 2 fouls, just don't reach, but still be aggressive.
6:33 to play in the 3rd, 35-24. Huntington on top. Raiders have the ball in backcourt. Patriots will continue to pressure full court.
Here comes the trap.
Picked up his dribble a bit early and threw it away.
See, that's all you got to do.
You don't want to pick up your dribble that early, do you?
No, you don't.
Yep.
You don't. No.
So a couple of turnovers by the Raiders against this pressure.
What you do in that
10 in the game now.
What you do in that situation is you just take a couple of dribbles backwards. That's all you do.
And then come eat the ball.
But it's amazing how many kids don't do that or don't know to do that.
Manning for 3. Nope. Ball goes out of bounds to Huntington. Oh, he got a good look.
Yeah.
Couldn't knock it down.
Yeah.
They need something to get this crowd into it. They haven't been able to do that throughout.
It's been a little sloppy the first couple of minutes of this quarter.
They're going to be fouled from behind. That's going to work against Marlon Johnson, his first. Raiders keep it in front court with the 11-point advantage.
Well, and the other thing you can do against that pressure is have your backcourt guys, your front court guys come up a little bit more.
Diego Paris is telling him to switch defensively.
Got to get out of that corner. Trap's coming.
And spacing is important. All the way.
And it
wouldn't go, but it just missed that.
That sat on that rim.
Foul works against Shepard, his first.
That ball is just sat on the edge of that rim.
J.D. McDonald's been outstanding running this offense. He's got 10 points, and he'll go to the line looking for more. Trying to increase the advantage. Does. He's perfect. He is now 5 of 5 from the line. If you're Matt Jones, you want him at that spot, right at the charity stripe. He's dynamite. Not only making him, he's
Hey,
swishing them.
you know what's impressive is the youth that both teams have here tonight.
Of course, I put it on him. He missed that.
You did.
12-point lead.
Neither of these teams are senior-laden teams.
No.
They're going to be back here again next year.
Yep. Programs.
That's it. I love to use that word.
Stay in the zone. Manning finds an open shooter for 3. Nope. Good rebound. Walker puts it in with the left hand. So Johnny Walker's come alive. Got 4 points, 4 rebounds now. Much more active, and he's cut the deficit to 10 at the 5:35 mark. The energy for Curtis is noticeably larger or better here in the second half.
Yeah. Well, sure. You know, we talked about Biko being calm and collected out there on the sidelines and everything, and as they walked in the locker room, you don't know what he was like in the locker room.
Well, there's
got to light a fire somehow or another.
Clearly a sense of urgency here, and there has to be.
Certainly. And he knows his team. You know, you either go in there and you rant and rave, and sometimes, some teams react to that. Sometimes you just got to go in there and say, hey, y'all are better than this. Let's get down to business. You're better than this.
Patriots students sitting in the end zone here in the stands that were added here 2 years ago. That's the direction Huntington's going in. The full court pressure. Well, they put it into the corner. That's a mistake.
There you go.
Knocked it away, but they're going to call a foul. Oh, no, they're going to say
it is a mistake, but what they did there is the front court came up closer to the ball and made a shorter pass.
Double dribble.
McDonald spreading the floor and looking for the easy opportunity. Feed the post. Dixon's been tough down there. He wheels with the
nice left hand.
What a move by Dixon. He's been nails. 10 points, and it's a 12-point lead. Strong move. Can't finish, but Manning will shoot too. He struggled at the line, though, in this game, which is unusual since he's a good shooter. The foul is on Antonio Dixon. It's first. Here's Manning at the line, and he is 0 for 3 from the line in the game, Bill. He does have 10 points. He's got a couple of triples, but hasn't been able to make free throws, and he's missed them pretty badly thus far. Not that time. That's more like Arthur Manning right there. That's what we're used to seeing. He's got 11, and the lead is 11 for Huntington. And now it's 10. Boy, he sure looked good on those. Maybe part of it is just settling down a little bit. It's a 10-point lead for Huntington.
Zone press. There you go. Nice job of breaking it.
Great pass down low. Dixon again. From McDonald. Beautiful assist. Dixon's got 12. And it's a 12-point lead. Manning the other way. What a move up and under.
I think he got tipped, but he went in anyway.
And it's 40-30. Manning has been the man for the Patriots. That's a tie-up. It is a tie-up. Well done with the pressure defense is really paying dividends for John Curtis. But alternating possession is going to remain with the Raiders. And Jory Walker is going to check back. Actually, it's Chance Foster checking back in for the Patriots.
I think it's Curtis' ball.
Well, they said it was Curtis. Then they gave it to the Raiders. Now they give it to Curtis, so it is a turnover. Third of the quarter for Huntington. And that's a foul for 3 shots. A foul on McDonald. Fouls Manning.
Puts Manning back at the line.
And a chance for the Patriots to cut into this deficit. Manning just made a pair, and he's really been the man. 14 points for our trail. And a chance to add to that, more importantly, to make this a single-digit game. Here's Manning. Well, he looks like a different guy at the line in this quarter.
Yeah.
Missed his first 3, and he swished his last 3. There's 2 more to come. Yeah, he's feeling it now. And now a substitution. Midnight Martin is back in for Curtis, replacing Shepard. Manning with 16 points. He's got half the points for John Curtis. Definitely a college prospect. He's gotten some opportunities already that have been presented to him at the next level. Bought all 3. And it's a 7-point game, the closest John Curtis has been since the first quarter. 4:30 to play in the third. 7-point lead, Huntington. McDonald. Got there.
Oh, nice drive.
Just whipped his man, and McDonald finishes
nice drive, protected the ball well.
He's got 13. Long 3 ball. Oh, my. Manning is on fire. He's got 20.
20 out of 36.
And it's a 6-point lead, the closest the Patriots have been.
So we're back to a game. We now have a game.
Here's McDonald. He's got 13 points. Reverse it. Baseline drive. Foul on the baseline. Should go against Tabs. Wait for the official signal. It is due Tabs. It's first. First foul on Tabs. 13th foul on the Patriots. Joey Walker's going to check in. Again, you wondered about this depth. The Patriots have it, and you wonder how many dividends or how much in the way of dividends it will pay.
Yes, we've said that a couple of times tonight. And Curtis has really made use of their substitutions, and they've gotten something out of those substitutions too.
Dixon against Walker. Great move. Oh my, what a move by Dixon. He's got 14. What a player.
We've seen some really good individual performances tonight.
Midnight Martin is completely blocked away, swatted away, and cleared the block by Turner, his second. That stops the Curtis momentum for sure. In an 8-point game. Dribble drive. There's Dixon again. Not this time. Manning with the rebound, his 5th. He storms into the front court. He's going wire to wire. He'll score. Manning with 22. He continues to carry his team. It's a 6-point game. McDonald the other way. It's not
He turns it over.
Midnight Martin with the steal. Here comes Manning for 3. No. Rebound Walker. Tried to up and under move. That was not going to work. Goes out of bounds to Curtis. Wow. 6-point lead. Curtis ball. And Huntington will substitute. With Cedric Allen. That was a heat check 3 there. That was about 28 feet.
Oh, I tell you what. That you would have needed the police to keep the crowd in the stands if that one had gone in.
No doubt.
But now Curtis with a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
This thing has really heated up, hasn't it? 6-point lead for the Raiders. With 2:47 to play in the third. Off the curl, Manning. In and out. Oh, what a tough break. Rebound to Walker. They call a foul here. Not sure what this was. They call a foul.
Foul
against
on
Huntington.
Foul on Allen.
Well, Cedric Allen's 4th. Boy, that thing went down and came out. That's the 3rd or 4th time that's happened.
Yes, it has. Yes.
Patriots maintain possession.
Still an opportunity to make it a 1-possession game.
They go to Manning. He's being harassed.
Manning.
He forced it up and drew the foul. Boy, Manning has taken over this game. He's got 2 shots coming. That foul is going to work on McDonald. He's really going to work against him. That's the 3rd on McDonald, who's just asking about it. One said, was that a foul?
How was that a foul? Because you got him on the forearm.
Manning with 22 points, including 12 in the quarter, goes to the line trying to cut in to a 6-point deficit. He does. And he's 6 for 6 at the line in the quarter. Starks back in for Huntington. Manning with 23-13 in the quarter, trying to make this a 4-point game. Perfect.
Well, you know, we said the first couple of minutes were going to be crucial. It really wasn't the first couple of minutes.
Got a foul in backcourt here, which would be the 4th foul on Curtis. That's on Jude Tabs, his second.
That's a bad foul that far away from the goal.
That's what Big O Paris is saying.
Yeah.
The pressure's great, but you don't want to foul 88 feet away when it's one-on-one.
But the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, it really didn't make much difference. The difference kind of stayed the same. It's been since then that's made the difference.
Here's another steal. Midnight Martin comes up with it.
Oh.
Walker is going to get grabbed on the arm and fouled, and that's going to be 2 free throws.
They're calling it on the floor, I believe.
Oh, but that's still 2 free throws. It's a 15 foul.
It's the 15 foul.
That's going to work on Starks, and that's his first. And it should be 2 free throws because that is a 15 foul against Huntington. Johnny Walker, who's noticeably better in the third quarter here, will go to the line. He's got 4 points in the quarter. He's got a block and 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, he's let the game come to him a little bit. He's passed off a couple of times to his teammates.
I'm not sure what they're doing here. They're sending teams to their respective benches. I'm not sure why.
Water on the floor, I think I heard a referee say.
No, Walker's at the line by himself. Is there a technical foul call? Well, I mean, they do want to mop up the spot for sure, so we'll wait to see. I did not see any T whistled here.
No, it's water. I think Walker just doesn't want to leave. I don't blame him. You're not going to freeze me by getting me off the line. I'm going to stand on the line.
Well, he walked away now. I mean, it's a long delay, so he will be at the line for 2 free throws with 2:21 to play in the third, and it's a 4-point lead for Huntington. Still wiping up those spots. I'm wondering where that's coming from.
I wonder if somebody in the stands is accidentally spilling something.
I mean, it's
coming from the concession stand.
It's a lot to wipe up. I don't see anything leaking here. And I've covered games here previously, so I'm not sure.
Right, yeah, I've never seen it happen. Right.
They need another towel or two is what they need. I hear Johnny Curtis asking. He's been doing the cleaning, and they need another towel. They just got one. They may need to go to the washing machine, the dryer, to find some more here. Like I said, I don't know where this is coming from. I mean, you do have a spill once in a while, but you don't expect it to happen.
Right. I mean, one in the corner over there right before halftime.
Yeah.
Is that a concession stand in the corner? It looks like it might be, so.
No, the concession stand's over here in the front. So Walker's had to wait a long time. I wonder how that will impact things. So now they're still mopping up a spot in front of the Curtis bench. Now, a lot of players have hit the floor and such, but there's this kind of frenetic pace.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of slipping or anything.
No, I haven't seen that.
So,
but the pace has been frenetic here in the third quarter.
I think the first couple of minutes was kind of really slow, but then it picked up the last four and a half minutes of this quarter has really picked up.
There's Johnny Walker. Had to wait a long time, Bill. At the line. Trying to make this a one-possession game. Oh, is that pure? His 5th point of the game. Been a really good player all season long for the Patriots, and he's trying to make this a 2-point game. And he does. Boy, is that good-looking shot. 44-42, Patriots on a 6-0 run. The lead is 2 for the Raiders. 2:19 to play in the third.
Yeah, we got a whole nother quarter left to go, Ken.
Patriots drop back into regular coverage now. Man-to-man. They'll trap in the midcourt when they can and switch. Parker blocked by Walker. Walker blocked it, and Torrey Walker cleared it.
Oh,
And a
stolen. Bad pass.
Very bad pass cross court. And Dixon on the other end. There's the stick back. Put in. Dixon with the rebound and scores. He's got 16.
Nobody picked up Walker
He
underneath.
scores. Johnny Walker with 8 points in the quarter. Martin the assist. And it's 46-44 and a missed shot. Fight for the rebound. Controlled by Huntington. Blocked away. Controlled by Walker.
With a chance to take the lead.
Torrey Walker goes baseline and he was fouled on the floor. 2 shots are coming. And Patriots have a chance to tie the game here. Amazingly. Foul works against Antonio Williams. And Torrey Walker will go to the line with a chance to tie the game. Good. Patriots are shooting free throws brilliantly here in the third quarter. They're 9 for 9 from the line in this quarter. A totally different looking team, Bill.
Scoring when the clock is stopped.
This is the team that we're used to seeing this season.
Well, I told you how cool and collected they looked.
This game is tied. Let's start over again at 46. Imagine that. What a game this has turned out to be. 1:14 to play in the third quarter. Tied at 46. Over the top pass, knocked away by Johnny Walker. Blocked by Walker, but a foul. Starks came up with it. Walker got a piece of the ball.
Mac Jones is not happy with that pass.
But Walker gets the foul. That's his third, so that's important. Because Johnny Walker's been great here in the third quarter.
Yeah. Well, him and Manning.
Walker's got 8 in the quarter. Manning has 14. And now Starks, who has not scored, is at the line trying to give his team the lead.
Huntington has just gotten away from fundamentally sound basketball here, making some really bad passes, getting caught with the traps in the corner, and just falling apart. I don't know if it's the lack of depth getting to him, and there's a missed free throw.
I think the pace and the depth of John Curtis is taking effect. Missed the first free throw. By the way, congratulations, the Carr Cougars are going to Lake Charles. Beat Captain Shreve 55-49. Great job, Taurus Howard. Second free throw, good, and Huntington has the lead, 47-46. 102
Manning
to play in the
almost
third.
lost the ball there.
Maintains possession with his 14-point quarter. He got bumped, no call. He has it swatted away by Starks. Curtis keeps it. Looked like he got by him, but great job by Starks to get that block.
Yeah. Curtis Bench was trying to get a goaltending call there, but they didn't get it.
Shepard back in for Curtis. Patriots can take the lead for the first time. And here's an opportunity. Nope, Martin missed it. Could have been walking there, no call.
Could have been. They were really letting them play.
Turner with his 8th rebound. And
they've called a lot of fouls tonight, but the play has been physical.
Starks did not shoot it. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. They could play for one if they'd like. Up by 1, Huntington with the ball. Walker blocked it, but the rebound comes down to Starks. Walker's third block. Dixon, they can't stop him down there tonight, but he gets the miss, and Walker has a rebound. And the Patriots have the last shot. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Manning out top. He finds an open shooter for 3. No, back rim wouldn't go at the buzzer, and it's 47-46. Huntington maintains the lead, but barely.
Wow. That shot would have been bedlam in this place right here. But give all the credit to John Curtis in that quarter. They scored 22 points in the first half. They scored 24 points in that quarter. And more importantly, they held Huntington to only 11. So they continued to keep that pressure defense going. The press really got them back into it. Caused a bunch of turnovers in the middle of that, in the start of that quarter, and they've really shut down Huntington, even in the second quarter. Since the first quarter, they gave up 22 points in the first quarter. They've only given up 25 in the next two.
Well, the defense has been exemplary by Curtis, and Johnny Walker blocked a couple of shots in that quarter. He had 4 rebounds in the quarter. He had 8 points in the quarter, and Artrell Manning, 14 points in that quarter. The only thing about that is Curtis will need somebody else to step up here.
Well, if my math is right,
getting open looks from the
yes,
perimeter,
they are.
But Manning's the only one hitting.
If my math is right, Manning and Walker had all but 4 points.
All but
took 2 points.
Yeah.
That's not going to work in this game now.
Yeah, Torrey Walker scored 2 free throws. That was the other
you're right. Somebody else has got to step up.
We're ready indeed, as the song says. Fourth quarter begins, 47-46 in favor of Huntington. And the Raiders have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Turner will bring it inbounds. Ready to roll. McDonald has run the show throughout. What a matchup with Manning.
Every possession is crucial now.
Turner.
Jumped again by Walker at the top.
But he doesn't want to foul.
But he got around
him, and he's open, and he
scores.
He
puts it in.
Peyton Parker. He's got 8, and the lead is 3. Walker off the dribble. Strong move. Oh, he just cannot quite put it home. But a strong move, and he draws the foul against Allen, and he's out of the game if that's Allen. That's his 5th foul. That's his 5th foul. He's gone. Well, Cedric Allen is fouled out.
What a gamble by Mac Jones there, bringing Allen in with 4 fouls to start the quarter.
But Biko Paris knew where to go with the ball.
Yes, he did.
He went right at him with Walker, who's good off the dribble for a guy that's 6'4.5", 6'5". Almost finished it. Would have been a chance for the 3-point play. Now Walker switched a pair of free throws last time he was there. And the Patriots, as mentioned, made every free throw in the third quarter. They were 11 for 11 from the free throw line in the third quarter. Walker's at the line now. Perfect. He's cut the deficit to 2. And he looks very calm doing it. And the stroke is really good. Walker trying to make it a 1-point game. He does. He's in double figures with 10 points. 49-48. The lead is 1 for the Raiders. 7:25 to play. Winner to Lake Charles. McDonald. Manning all over him. That is a travel, I believe it is.
Yes, it is. I think he could have called one earlier right there, too.
Oh, a good defense by Johnny Walker again. 15 turnovers for Huntington. Keep that in mind. Patriots only have 7. Here's Manning, a chance to take the lead for the first time. This place will explode if that happens. Manning, skip pass, open, pass it up. Patience, no need to rush.
Bring it back out, restart.
Tabs. Post up Walker. Manning's in the corner.
There is no rush. Good
Tabs
shot
for
there.
3. Nope. Walker fights for the board. He got it. What a rebound by Walker. Boy, has he played well. Here he goes to the hole. He puts John Curtis on top.
First lead of the game.
First lead of the game for the Patriots at 50-49. 6:25 to play.
Now the crowd is alive.
Many on their feet. McDonald, great penetration. He should have shot it. Passed it instead, goes out of bounds to Huntington. He got to the basket, but he overpassed.
He tried one more pass, an extra pass that he didn't really need to make.
With 6:04 left, the Raiders keep it down by 1. McDonald. Here's Dixon. He's been great. Lost it, retrieved it. Good Turner. Now Parker's good off the dribble.
Plays like that, you can really
back heel, but he got it back.
Got it back. And missed it again.
And they get a whistle, and it goes out of bounds to Huntington. So they'll get a third chance in this possession. And we'll get a timeout. John Curtis with 5:39 to play. What a game. Patriots 50, Raiders 49 in the quarterfinals, Select Division I. Well, you can't say enough about Johnny Walker. Picked up fouls early, wasn't effective early, did not score in the first half. He's got 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Yeah, the 2 early fouls took him out of his game. He had to sit a little bit, wasn't in the game for as long as he usually is. He had to get out and just let the game come back to him a little bit. He still had those 2 fouls to start the second half. That's okay. 2 fouls are going into the second half. So he was able to play a little more confident, a little more looser, and obviously it's worked.
And if you're Mac Jones, you want to get the ball to Dixon anyway, anyhow. He's got 16 points, 8 boards, 3 blocks. He's been that guy.
Right. For most of the game, they have not had an answer for him on the inside. He's missed a couple of shots in there. That's about the only thing about his game. He's missed a couple of those shots.
Well, they've doubled him when they can after that start he had. When he scored 8 quick points in the first quarter. Raiders ball, trying to recapture the lead. Walker with a steal. Nice kick to Manning. Floater, yes. These 2 guys have been fantastic. 52-49. It's the Walker and Manning show.
I was just getting ready to say that. It's the Walker man. I was trying to come up with something clever. You beat me to it.
Face-up jumper.
Another bank.
Third time they banked
another
in a shot.
bank.
Boy, that's a game that's going your way when that happens. 3 times they've banked in shots.
It's going, maybe so. You had everything going your way before. Right now, everything's going against you.
Yeah, but that's 3 times they've banked in a shot in this game. You just don't see that when it's not intentional.
Not a layup,
exactly.
Yes.
1-point lead for John Curtis at the 5-minute mark. Manning and Walker. It's those 2, and this is Johnny Walker. Spin move, got there. He scores. 14 for Walker. What a move.
Nice move. Nice drive to the bucket. Good spin move. Laid the ball in.
3-point lead, Curtis. McDonald skips it for the tie. No. Wrong rebound, out of bounds. Who are they going to give it to? I think Huntington.
I think so.
Didn't see it hit a Curtis play, but it had to. So the Raiders get another second chance. They've been getting second chances recently, and that's huge.
Yeah, possession before they had 3 chances.
Pass knocked away down low, but look, loose ball right to him.
Yeah, but they're playing with fire here. They're making a lot of lazy mistakes, tired mistakes.
McDonald all the way. McDonald, no. Walker, another rebound. His 9th. He has it knocked away and stolen. Let's go the other way.
He walked.
And that's a travel. Another turnover. 16 for Huntington. They exchange turnovers. 4:02 to play. It's a 3-point John Curtis lead. Said it earlier, the depth of John Curtis.
Yes.
And the pace.
Yes.
Really forced the pace, and I think it's made a huge impact in this game.
Huntington liked the pace early on, but I think their legs are starting to leave them a little bit. Mentally, I think they're fatigued. They've made some bad decisions, bad passes.
Manning Under 4 minutes left. Off the dribble. Got by his man. Floats it up and in. Trail Manning with 28. Just clear out for him and let him go. And it's a 5-point Curtis lead. McDonald pulls up. Not that time. Good offensive rebound. Dixon taken away, though.
Jump ball.
What a great job. It's Curtis
goes
ball.
Curtis.
What a job by Tabbs to tie him up. Dixon had the rebound. Tabbs tied him up.
Another final from tonight. Zachary 61, North Shore 58.
Oh, my. What a great effort by the Panthers. That's a shame. Congratulations to the Broncos. Going to Lake Charles, number 1 seed. John Curtis, number 1 seed, trying to get there. Here's Manning. He gets into the lane. He can't finish. Guess who
Walker with the rebound.
Walker rebounds. Long three, Walker. No. Rebound by Martin. Unreal. Martin scores 58-51 Curtis. McDonald can't finish. The Patriots are in control now. Tabbs with the rebound. 7-point lead in the ball. Manning's not waiting. He scores again. Unbelievable. He'll go to the line for a chance for the 3-point play. What a show this young man's putting on. The foul is on Starks. It's his second. And now Manning has 30 points in the game and counting. Listen to Bigo Paris. That's what I'm talking about. He's sweating more than his players.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah. You've been there, haven't you? This is a decisive 8-0 run for the Patriots.
Yeah, we've been waiting for their run.
And here it is. And it's Manning with 30 points at the line. 31 points.
More than half of their points.
Curtis has a 10-point lead with 2:35 left. Look at Manning's defense. Forces a bad shot.
Yeah.
And it's rebounded by Martin.
Yeah. You can see it on Huntington's eyes now.
And they're going to foul Manning in the backcourt.
Wrong guy. Well, it's only a 13 foul.
Yeah, foul's on Parker. 13 foul with 2:21 to play in the game. They want to keep it in number one's hands as much as possible, right? Knocked away, stolen. That's what they need. Oh, it's gone back.
Got a break there with the official.
Tabbs. Torrey Walker for 3. What an explosion by John Curtis. Here's a 3-ball, no. Rebound, John Curtis. They've got this one under control.
How the tide has turned.
Tabbs all the way. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Look at the legs they have. I mean, they just completely wore this team down, Bill.
They did. They just wore them down. You know, the pace didn't stop the whole game. Tioga's lack of they just need 1 or 2 more players, Huntington.
Listen to this crowd. This is an amazing second half by this team. If they play like this, Bill, they can win a state championship.
They can't play like they played the first half.
They play like they played the second half.
They got a shot.
Who's beating them? Jude Tabbs at the line. He's got 7. Missed it. That quiets the crowd for a moment.
That's about the first thing they've done wrong in the second half is that missed free throw.
First missed free throw of the half. Remarkable free throw shooting. That's been a big part of this. In a comeback, you've got to make those.
Yes. Score when the clock is stopped. Give yourself a chance that way.
And got that one. 65-51. It's a 13-0 run. The decisive run in this game has come late. Long 3 by Williams.
Desperation
Tabbs
shots now.
Tabbs rebounds. Tabbs is fouled. Celebration starting.
What?
The foul is on McDonald. It's his 4th.
That's his 5th.
His 5th. I'm sorry, his 5th. That's right. That is number 5. I had him at 4. So they've lost McDonald as well as Allen.
What a long bus ride that's going to be for Huntington. To have the lead that they had. What is the biggest lead they have? 14
Double figures. I have to go back and look. Yeah,
and you know it's almost the tide was turned from what they did Tuesday night at Jesuit.
15-point lead,
15-point lead, and now they're going to be down by 15.
Missed the free throw. The Cavs will shoot another.
So it's the exact opposite of what happened Tuesday night when they played Jesuit.
Yep.
Lost the big lead.
Missed the second. Rebound control by Starks. We've got to shoot fast here. Dribble penetration. Walker contested, tipped in nicely by Antonio Williams.
And in high school, the clock doesn't stop off a score like it does in college or NBA. So you take your time inbounding the ball.
Manning, going to trap him. He wisely gets it to Walker. That's a good idea. Nice ball
Back
movement.
to Manning.
And they take it away. And a foul by Manning. In the NBA, that would be a take foul. That's a turnover. That's not what John Curtis needs at all. When you see the double team, you got to kick it before it arrives.
Yes. You got to anticipate it.
A lot of confidence. He held it thinking he could defeat it, but did not. No free throws here. It's only the first team foul on Curtis.
That's pretty amazing, the pace this game has played.
Williams is short. Torrey Walker rebounds. His fifth board. That's what they want to do right there. Keep it moving.
Right.
And that's what,
keep the clock moving. Get it out of the corner. Keep it up top.
Less than a minute to go. Patriots
there you go.
on
That's
their
it.
way. We'll talk to the winners in a moment. Layup good. Torrey Walker scores his 10th point. Off the assist from Martin. 67-53. Floater no good.
You can see
Manning rebounds. Johnny Walker wisely doesn't go shoot the ball. That's class.
That's class.
Yeah, you don't need to shoot.
Coach Paris waving it off.
Yeah, but they're still playing on the other end, so if they're going to do that, you might as well go score, right? Johnny Walker gives it up. Now they just let him play, and that's a smart move on Mac Jones' part. Class out, class coaches. We're going to get Biko Paris. We're going to get star of the game as well. Players are on the floor. This game is not over. I don't know why they were premature like that. The coaches have to get them off the floor. All they had to do was hold the ball, but they started celebrating prematurely. And I think they called a technical foul, Bill. I mean, so it is a technical foul.
It is.
They ran on the floor way prematurely. Hayden Parker won't change the outcome, but it will change the score. Parker hits the free throw. He'll get another with 3.9 seconds left.
Well, Kenny, I'm glad we told Coach Paris to pick his most valuable player, that we don't have to do it tonight.
Okay, well.
He might bring them both.
He could. I mean, Walker had a double-double, but Manning's got 31 points. And Ronnie Curtis telling his fans to stay in the stands, the right move to make. Huntington will have it with 3.9 seconds left. Just throw it up, goes out of bounds, and that will do it. The John Curtis Patriots have won it 67-54 over 67-54 final. Patriots win it here this evening over the Huntington Raiders. What a performance by John Curtis in the second half. Celebration ensues. We'll get him right here. We'll get Coach Paris as soon as we can. Let's flag him down, and then we'll get a star of the game. We got to get Coach Paris, and then we got to get star of the game. They're going to shake hands first, but we want to remind him here, because I know he's going to get caught up in everything, as you might imagine, right? So we'll tell him about that. And again, the Patriots have rallied to win this 67-54 here this evening, to win this game and go to the state semifinals as a result. So we'll get Biko. We'll get a star of the game here momentarily. Coach Jones, a class act, shaking hands with Coach Paris and the Curtis players. And we'll remind Biko, grab him real quick. Yeah, he's got him. Johnny's got him. So Johnny's got him, yeah. And we'll get a star of the game with him too. So, but Coach Paris is going to make sure he congratulates every player on the Huntington side. It's tough to lose a game like this when you had such a good season and played so well for much of this game, but just couldn't quite close the door on him. So we'll get Coach Paris and Artrell Manning for sure here, and we'll get them right on camera, right in front of us, and we'll face the camera, of course, and we'll go from there. So whenever you're ready, Bill, we'll go ahead and knock him out. Biko's going to towel off a little bit. Artrell's here as well, so we'll get both of them here, and we'll be ready to go here with both of our gentlemen on the winning side here this evening. Again, Artrell Manning, a brilliant performance here. 31 points for Manning tonight. 31 was the final, and Biko Paris, of course, winning coach. All right, let's go to Bill now with Biko Paris.
Congratulations. Took you a while to dry off.
Tough game, man.
Okay, a very slow half in the first half. I looked at you on the sidelines and made this comment a couple of times, how calm and collected you were. First of all, how did you stay that way? And secondly, your team seemed to follow you and your attitude.
I mean, I'm a huge believer that your team takes on the attitude of your coach. If they see me panic and get riled up, start to worry, they take on the same energy. So, you know, we've been behind before. We've faced adversity before. And I just told our boys, like, it's okay, this is where we're at. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep your head down, or you're going to fight and claw to get back in the game? We have an unbelievable home court advantage, an unbelievable crowd. They showed up tonight, they showed out, and the boys just stuck with it. They never wavered from the game plan. Yeah, tough game against a tough opponent, but I'm proud of my boys.
Yeah, your press seemed to really pick up in the second half.
Yeah, that's normally when it happens for us, the third quarter. At one point, we looked on the court, and 4 out of the 5 guys on their team was tucking their shorts. So, you know, we looked for signs like that. We knew they were fatigued. They didn't have a deep bench. They didn't play a lot of guys. They only played 6 guys. We played 9 or 10. So just trying to wear them down, and it worked out to our favor tonight.
It looked like you tried to attack a little bit more in the second half. You got to the free throw line a lot, made 9 out of 9 free throws just in that third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it. They had 14 fouls. I told our boys, you know, get to the line, attack their hips, draw fouls, be strong with the ball, have an act when you're driving it, make some free throws. Free throws are your best friend when you're down, because you can stop the clock and get points on the board, and you can set your defense up. So for us, the boys did a good job. Sticking to the game plan. We told them that they get 4 fouls, attack their hips, try to get to the foul line, get points when the clock stopped, and they did a good job of that.
And then winning the quarterfinal game. To me, that's the big game. That gets you to Lake Charles. That gets you to the Final Four. So to win the quarterfinal game, what does that mean?
I mean, it's a huge step for us. You know, we want to win the state championship. That's our goal. That's the goal we set before the season. We're going to chase that goal, but we take advantage and we take pride in the small wins and the small victories. Just like district was a small victory for us. Excited about it. We enjoy it. We put it past us. Same for the second round. Same for this round. We get to the semis. We want to win that game, enjoy it. But the ultimate goal, the ultimate prize, is to hold up that first place trophy.
Congratulations, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Lake Charles.
Indeed, and we'll get Artrell Manning shortly. So we'll get to Bill coming up shortly when we can get Artrell over here. So he's talking to other media right now, but we'll get him over here soon, to say the least, as John Curtis wins this one 67-44 over the Huntington Raiders. Just a great performance by John Curtis in the second half. They were just tremendous. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Remember, they trailed 35-22 at the break. So tells you everything you need to do. I mean, they just totally dominated the second half.
And Huntington went on a little mini run right there at the end of that second half. You know, so they really kind of went into the halftime with some momentum, but they never came out of the locker room with any momentum whatsoever.
They didn't. I mean, they just were that team in that moment at that time. And I mean, you just can't say enough about what this team was able to do in the second half. I mean, they were calm the whole time. You mentioned it. I mean, they just didn't panic in any way, shape, or form. They were going to be that team. They weren't worried about things. I mentioned it before the game. I mentioned the first half. I've seen them several times. Their depth is a major factor. And when they play fast and they pressure you, that's going to take an effect, and it clearly did here.
Well,
and you heard what Biko said about
Biko said that. He said he knew that going in that they didn't play that many players, and that he thought that would be definitely work to their advantage.
All right, we'll get Bill with our trail here. So turn that on, and we'll get him in position to take care of that with our trail Manning right now, our star of the game with 31 points, and we'll get him over here right now. So come on over, our trail. We'll get you right now, buddy. Thank you. All right, Bill, take it away. Go ahead, Bill.
You had 31 points tonight, okay? That's a remarkable performance right now tonight. You came out with a slow first half, but y'all picked it up in the second half. What did Coach tell y'all?
Not only Coach got on our bus, but all the seniors, we had to huddle together. We didn't want to go home with no loss. We got emotional at halftime. That's not what we wanted, so we had to come out with better energy.
I noticed even during that first half when y'all were trailing, y'all seemed to be really cool, calm. You didn't get rattled. Nobody was hanging their heads going in at halftime.
We can't put our head down. We had to keep going. We knew they were going to lay down at one point. We just had to come out with the better energy.
Quarterfinal win. That's the game. That gets you to Lake Charles. How big is that?
It feels good to be back at Lake Charles. All the guys, we pushed each other to be back in this position. That's what I got.
All you got. After tonight's performance, that's enough.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Artrell. Good luck in Lake Charles.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Artrell. Great job. Thank you, Bill. Great job. And what a victory for John Curtis here this evening. The Patriots just get it done in massive fashion in the second half by the score of 67-54 over the Huntington Raiders. The Patriots thus improve on the year to 33-2. Huntington goes to 21-9, and if I'm not mistaken, Catholic High has upset St. Thomas More, but I'll double check that in a moment. Catholic was up with a minute 30 to play by 6, and we'll double check to see if we can get a final on that one, because that will determine who John Curtis plays in the state semifinals. But go ahead.
Alexandria defeated Tioga tonight.
Okay. Alexandria beat Tioga, so.
Lost it.
Okay, there we go. Alexandria beat Tioga, you said?
Yes, I don't have a score on it, but Alexandria did beat Tioga.
Catholic did win 54-51 over St. Thomas More. So John Curtis and Catholic in Lake Charles next week. Well, it's unusual not to see St. Thomas More there, Bill.
Yes, it is. It certainly is.
Catholic is really good.
Well, but St. Thomas More did a lot of their winning at the 4A level, Division II. All right, it's a little bit tougher in Division I. But they certainly, it's unusual for them not to be in Lake Charles.
Yep, what a win. So Curtis and Catholic next week. What a game that's going to be.
Curtis Catholic, Alexandria Carr could end up with a Catholic League final.
It's possible. And with the way Carr's playing, wouldn't shock me at all. Tough-minded, tough team, physically, well-prepared. Playing their best basketball at the right time of the year.
Well, and I'm going to say this again. This is the game. You get over this hump right here and get to Lake Charles, then anything can happen. So you can't count out, really can't count out any of those 4 teams.
All right, let's give you the final totals before we sign off here. First of all, for Huntington, Caden Starks had 1 point. Peyton Parker finished with 9 points. 13 points for J.D. McDonald. It was Austin Turner with 5. 6 points for Antonio Williams, 4 for LaCedric Allen. And Antonio Dixon, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks. For John Curtis, 2 points for Xavion Shepard. Troy Walker, 10 points off the bench, was huge. Midnight Martin with a couple. It was Johnny Walker with 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And Jude Tabbs finished with 8 points. And Latrell Manning with 31 points, 6 rebounds, as John Curtis wins it 67-54. It's on to Lake Charles to play Catholic. Final word, Bill?
A tale of 2 halves tonight. All Huntington in the first half. Looked like they ran out of gas in the second half. Curtis, as Artrell Manning said, we had to play better. We had to come out and do our job and make it, and they did. They came out in the second half and really, really took it to Huntington. tough break for Huntington, a long drive back to the Shreveport area, but congratulations to the Patriots.
Mac Jones, a class act, class program, and nothing but the best to the Raiders moving forward. Want to thank Johnny Curtis for accommodating us, JT Curtis, and of course, Pico Paris. We deeply appreciate their support here tonight. Thanks to Coach Jones, Mac Jones of Huntington, for his support, and everyone watching in Shreveport. We've got a really class program and a tremendous coach indeed. But tonight, John Curtis Christian was simply too much in the second half. They overcame Huntington by the score of 67-54. Bill, it's been a pleasure. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, I did. Glad to be back with you doing the games.
Want to thank Matt Merritt for a great job, and Adrian Mitchell for a great job here tonight. Way to go, Adrian.
Can't do it without those guys.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Crescent City Sports is your home for the best in basketball. And you can check out our website and social media channels for the latest news and updates on our next broadcast. For Bill Gallagher and our Crescent City Sports production team, I'm Ken Trahan saying good night from River Ridge. Our final score once again tonight, John Curtis Christian 67, Huntington 54. Thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and we are heading home. So long.